Welcome back Interior Alaska. Joe Cook here with your local midweek sportscast. Regarded as the longest and hardest hand cycle race in the world, the Galasko Challenge makes its way to the interior this week. The first two stages are in Anchorage, but the third stage in the 8-stage race will take place in Esther at the fire department on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Stage 3 goes from Esther to Nenana, which is about 46 miles. It's the first stage with hills and the first point of separation for most competitors. The race takes place every 2 years. There are two Alaskans, Andrew Kirka of Palmer and Edwin Jones of Anchorage, in the field of 11. 9 of the 11 are actually rookies. The World Road Championships are going on in Spain this week, which is the reason for the small field. Muffy Davis, a 3-time gold medalist for the Paralympic Games in London back in 2012, headlines the field, and this will be her first Alaska Challenge as well. After back-to-back wins, the Alaska Gold Panners came back down to earth thanks to a hot pitcher Tuesday night. In Grotto Memorial, the Alaska Gold Panners hosted the ABL leading Miners in Game 1 of their 3-game series. Miners pitcher James Harrington was just feeling it. He shut out Alaska in 7 innings of work. He struck out 6. The MatSu defense was there, and the Miners, they scored in bunches. The first runs of the game came at the top of the 4th, where the Miners scored 4 runs. They added a 3 spot in the 7th inning. Matt Diario led the Miners with 2 RBIs and a double. Niles Nygaard he also had a double that drove in a run as well. Rene Martinez was Alaska's bright spot, going 2 for 4 with an RBI to prevent the shutout. But the Miners win 7-1 with the victory. MatSu clinches the National League pennant with a 24-7 ABL record. They're 27-8 overall. Alaska falls to 7-20 in the ABL and 12-22 overall.
I was just hitting my spots with my fastball, mixing up the off speed. Couldn't really hit the off speed, so it worked well. The ultimate goal for us is to win the championship, get that ring. To keep it going, we got to keep our pitching going, keep the bats going. Our pitching staff's held up really well, throwing the ball great, and hitters are starting to come around well. That's what's working for us.
Now we take a break from traditional sports to show you something you don't see too often during Fairbanks Summers, canoe racing. Tuesday night, Beaver Sports held the second race in their canoe race series from Grail Landing. Canoes, kayaks, and even paddle boats took to the Chena River and made their way to Chena small tracks for the finish. Out of the 8 boats participating, John Shower wins this race in 56 minutes, 7 seconds using his veteran guile and a classic Marina kayak from the 80s. It's still going. Crouching B Hidden R was second in 57:17, and Team Elias Entertainment was third in 1 hour 30 seconds. The third and final race of the summer is next Tuesday from Grail Landing, and the finish will be at the Pump House. Here's more from the winner.
I haven't done the Beaver Sports canoe race for a long time. I did the Nenana Whitewater race a couple weeks ago, but yeah, I haven't done one of these for years. So it's always fun to be on the river and just get out and paddle. So got some pretty fast canoes chasing me the whole way. Keep steady paddling. Don't stay in the current and pick a good line and just keep paddling.
Speaking of canoes, Yukon Quest will be having their biggest race of the year, other than the actual quest, this Saturday at 4 p.m. at Grail Landing. The Yukon Quest International Sled Dog Race Association will have its annual Doggone Canoe Race on Saturday. The trick here is that each boat must have a driver, handler, and a dog. Costumes for this event are encouraged. You have to be 21 or older to participate, and there are 25 slots. The deadline to sign up for the race is actually tomorrow, this Thursday. It's $50 to get in the race, but Yukon Quest mushers, they get in for free. There will be a mass start, and the finish line will be at the Botel Bar. Last but not least, we have the home finales for our local Legion baseball teams. The Fairbanks 49ers and Alaska Wild met for the third and final time this summer on Tuesday night at Marlin Field. City bragging rights were on the line in this non-league game. Blake Sarthout hits a bases-clearing triple for the Niners to give them their first lead of the game at 6-4 in the 4th. And they trailed 4-1 early in this one. Then the 6th inning, Alaska's Colin King breaks a 13-13 tie with an RBI base, not bringing in Ben Hall. After 7 innings, it went into extras, tied at 15-all. Even with a nice catch from Joshua Esau Thomas, he took to the mound and walked the tying runs in the 8th after a Tyler Hill double. A pitch from Thomas goes awry. This game ends wildly. Hill scores the game-winning run on a pass ball. Final 16-15 in 8 innings, and the Niners, they win the city title.
Started out a little rough, let a lot of runs. I mean, 16 runs in a game is a little hard, but I mean, I came in, I pitched pretty solid. I had bad control at first, but then our offense took control of it.
Like I said a few minutes ago, when I was talking to the guys that were, this is their last game here, they've been playing together or against each other since they were 9, 7, 8 years old. This always brings up, I think, the best in our team so far as competitiveness.
We like playing against the 49ers. We know they're a talented squad, so we enjoy our competition with them, and we went out and competed. We fell a little bit short.
And that'll do it for sports tonight. Your full weather forecast is coming up next, and we'll catch you next time.